You don't gotta believe, cause hate is what I'm rolling on. Come on. I love the life I live. Being scared won't hold me back. I gotta fight my fears. My creative juices flowing, can't be like my peers. Cause the bullshit.
What is up, everyone? It's DJ Garcia, Raymond Garcia. Welcome to my non-spoiler review of Logan. I just seen Logan yesterday, and man, it is probably my favorite of the year, and I've only seen 2 movies this year, okay? It was better than I expected it to be. Way much better. And look, please go watch this movie as soon as possible. Even if you didn't see a single X-Men movie or anything, you would still have fun. Please go watch this movie. It is... I mean, I'm still surprised. I can't even believe how extraordinary it was. Like, the filmmaking, this is what movies are about. This is why I love film. This is why I love movies just in general, because of movies like this that come out every once in a while, and it's just so good, and it's just like... it's mind-blowing. This movie is rated R, so you know, you may not want to take a kid to go see this movie. It is rated R, and from the very first scene, you get that. The very first scene, you can tell, okay, this shit is brutal. It's violent. It's a rated R movie, and I'm glad it worked well. You know, they didn't do it just cause. It worked well with the story, and that's also another positive. The story is off the chart because there's so much story, and there's so many like storylines within it, and so many meaningful messages by the end of the film that you get out of it. I mean, there's, you know, embracing who you are. There's you know, trying to find a better path. There's family and friends and trying to find happiness, and just there's a lot of layers to the story and plot, and it just, everything works out perfectly. Pacing for me was good. Everything, guys. I mean, the story is, I tell you guys, this may be, ooh, I can't even talk about it. It's so good. You know, all those things, they kind of intertwine, and by the end of the movie, it comes full circle. And the story is really great. It's in depth, and then it's just amazing. The action in here, like I said, I mean, it's violent. It's brutal. There's parts in here where it's like, damn, you know it's rated R, and you know it's a little gruesome when I see Logan kill someone, and I kind of like go, like, ew, like that, just actually seeing it on screen in a big screen, I was like, ew, that felt weird. That's a little gruesome. I really like the action pieces, especially with X-23. I mean, if you've seen her, if you've seen the movie, you know she's basically just like him. And so she's also just this badass running around, and she's like 11 or 12, and man, it's just so good. I mean, there's things in here that I didn't think they can actually do, that I've never seen in a movie, a couple of things, and it's like, whoa, especially with the kids, because there's some kid characters in this movie, and especially X-23, and things they do with them, it's like, damn, I didn't think I could see anything like that in a movie with kids. And speaking of X-23, the actress is... oh my god, like, she is amazing. She doesn't really talk much in the movie, but I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I liked her character. When she doesn't talk, you can just see the expression on her face when she's maybe angry, a little annoyed. For a kid to do that, for a kid to be acting without talking, without even moving or doing anything, you can just see like the acting on her face. I mean, it was so good. And then of course when she, you know, did do stuff instead of just sitting still and whatever, when she actually did like fight or scream or do whatever, she is a great actress. Whoever, Daphne King is her name, and she's a great actress. I think she's gonna grow up to do great things. And that leads me to like my next positive is the performances, not just from X-23, Daphne King, but of course from the other main characters, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, which is his last time playing the character. It's also the last time Patrick Stewart is playing his last character of Professor X. These were announced, you know, before the film came out. It's just very sad that they're not going to play these characters, but the thing is, this movie is so perfect, and the way it ends, it's a good send-off for them. Like, it ends so well and perfectly, like, you know, I don't even want them to come back, you know, as their characters. I don't want these 2 actors to come back. I'm kind of okay with them retiring from playing these characters. I mean, it's been, what, almost 20 years? You know, it's their last time, and their performances were just so emotional, especially with Charles. I mean, Professor X, he has some pretty emotional scenes in here. And then, of course, from Hugh Jackman, he has some pretty emotional ones, too. And it's just... man, there's so much to it, and the performances, they gave it their all, and I love it. So that's really all of my positives. I mean, I can talk about Logan for a long time, but for this movie, I sat down, you know, I saw this movie last night, and I've been thinking for hours what negatives there are to this film. I even looked up other movie reviews from other people to try to find negatives, and I can't, because they don't even have negatives to this movie. And then there's only one, and it's not even a negative. I don't even want to call it that. It's not a con, it's not really, I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know how I'm going to say this, but CGI, there's only a couple parts, like literally only a couple parts out of the whole 2.5-hour movie where it's just slightly noticeable. And that's it. That's all there is, I can tell. That's as close to a negative as you will get. There's just a couple of shots, and they're very quick. It doesn't take you out of the movie, it doesn't take you out of the story, you know, you barely notice it. I did, just for like half a second, and then I was back to just watching, and I was invested in what was happening. But that's really my review. I mean, even if you're not a fan of the X-Men, just please go watch this movie. Everyone will enjoy it. Don't take kids though. Again, it's rated R. It really is. I wouldn't take a kid. I don't know how any movie is gonna top this movie, and it's only March, you know, and so there's still time for a better movie to come out, but I don't think that's possible at this point. I think this may be my favorite movie of the year already. Like, this is the pick, #1 pick. But if you guys like this movie review of Logan, please give this video a like. It would really help me out. Comment down below, let me know what you think about Logan if you've seen it, and if you want to see more on my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.